Hello again, guys. This will be segment 2 for my personal gear overview. Today we're going to go over my belt setups. I'm going to start off with the belt setup that I'm using right now, my current belt setup that I use in conjunction with my plate carrier featured in segment 1. Focus. Focus. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the left side of my belt because I am a lefty. I shoot left-handed, so of course my pistol draw is going to be from the left side. Now what we have here, well, hold on. Let me start off with the belt. What I'm using is a pretty common tactical rigger's belt. I like the rigger's belt because they're very stiff. You know, they don't flex outward or flex inward or just fold and deform very easily. You know, it maintains its shape, holds its form pretty good. That way, yeah, I just like rigger's belts. But now, starting from the left, you see I have two different pistols. I have my TM Glock and my TM 1911. Both these holsters are custom made at Next Level Tactical, located in Modesto, California. You can Google the name Next Level Tactical, they should pop up. But if something else pops up, yeah, they're in Modesto. They also have a Facebook page. You can search them up. They're pretty cool guys, owned by the Rocha brothers. So anyways, back to the holsters. So we have one for my 1911, one for my Glock. Both of them are molded with Insight M3 lights. Now the 1911 one, this one is just riveted shut. So there's really no room for, what's the term I'm using? I'm looking for friction adjustment, retention adjustment, there we go. But the Glock, on the other hand, does have the ability to adjust the retention by tightening or loosening the screw and this screw. What else? On this belt setup, I can run either the Glock or the 1911. Doesn't really matter. But for right now, I'm running the Glock a lot more than I'm running the 1911. Panning to the back. This pouch would be located in my mid-back, and it's sometimes I run it, sometimes I don't. If I feel like I'm going to need speed loaders, extra mags, BBs, gas, whatever, you know, something that I want out of the way, but I can still immediately get to by myself, unlike the pouch on the back of my plate carrier, which is pretty much like a buddy pouch. This one I can get to without any assistance. Like I said, sometimes I run it, sometimes I don't. Panning over to the right side of what my belt would be, see the dump pouch on the plate carrier would be seated right here in this empty spot. You know, I try to keep it clear, that way I don't have to fumble under the dump pouch to try to get to anything. So this pouch would be clear, and these pouches would be clear. Here we have HSGI Taco rifle mag pouch, and a, what brand is this? I forgot. I think, oh, it's an MDOM 2 or 3 pistol mag pouch. It's called the 2 or 3 because it has, oh look, there's a tag, MDOM USA. It's called a 2 or 3 pouch because it's, oh, I cut it out. Well, anyways, it used to have 2 separate compartments. One compartment would be sized to hold 2 single-stack 1911 mags, and the second compartment would be able to hold 1 single-stack 1911 mag, so that'd be 3 mags. Or you could do 2 double-stack mags, so 2 double-stack mags or 3 single-stack mags. It's actually pretty nifty. But when you got 3 1911 mags, it kind of adds some weight and outward bulk. Alright, so that is the belt setup that I'm currently running right now. Let me black out the camera and switch belts. New shoes. So I'll shove something in here. Okay, so the second belt setup that I used to use primarily, which I don't use anymore, is this belt setup, panning from left to right. Now I'll start off with the belt. The underbelt is a, let me see if I can get these names right. It's a V-tack rigger's belt outfitted with a cobra buckle. This I also purchased at Next Level Tactical in Modesto. The larger belt, I don't know if you can call it a blast belt because it's not really armored, but whatever. This is a 511 Tactical Brokos battle belt, also purchased at Next Level Tactical. It's well, the rigger's belt is also, it's thick, it's rigid, just like my other rigger's belt. But this battle belt, instead of being overly padded or super thick, I like it because it's still fairly slim. Because I don't like fat padded battle belts. It makes me feel like I'm a fat ass. But I like the slim profile because it keeps my gear slim, keeps my belt line slim, close to my body. And when I'm doing something like taking a knee and hunching over, or I need to lean left, lean right, do whatever, it's not adding so much bulk to when I have to flex at my hips. Because when you've got like a lot of padding or a lot of gear on your belt and you need to take a knee really, really low crouch, you just feel it compress at your abs, and sometimes you'll feel it punch up into your plate carrier, and then that plate carrier will end up punching up into your throat, and you just can't hold that spot for very long. But I also like slim belts because it kind of makes it easy to run. You don't have a whole lot of gear flopping around. But in order to maintain its shape, this whole battle belt actually has a plastic insert spanning the entire right to left length of it. So it's very rigid, very firm, does not flex at all. It will curve, of course, to your body, but does not flop, does not do a whole lot as far as giving way. Now, on this belt setup, I only use this belt if I'm going to run a drop leg. And right now I only have a drop leg for my 1911. So if I were to run this belt, I'd be using my 1911. The holster is a Blade Tech WRS left-handed 1911 with M3 light. If you want to know more about the Blade Tech holsters, you can either go to their website or look up other YouTube videos on them. Just burped. This, I really didn't know what to do with all this empty space on the belt, so I just slapped a pouch on here. This is just in case I need more mags. This would be the right side of my belt. The dump pouch would pretty much be overlapping right here, which I kind of don't like, so I might end up shifting this mag pouch over here to a clear spot. That way the dump pouch can lay flat up against my belt. But here, pretty much like my other belt setup, we have another HSGI Taco rifle mag, HSGI Taco pistol mag pouch, and I threw in another MDOM 2 or 3 pistol mag pouch just in case I needed more mags. Because typically with the single stack 1911 mags, yeah, these are the Mach 10 rounders, which have a pretty high capacity for ammo count compared to the Glock. Keep in mind, these are truly double stacked, while these are just staggered. But sometimes with my 1911, I like to run a lot more mags. I like to run a lot more ammo. So, I have the 3, 4 pistol toggles on my plate carrier combined with this 1, 2, 3 more mags. More ammo! Anyways, this is my battle belt setup. I don't really use this much right now just because I'm kind of feeling the Glock a little bit more, but at some point I'll probably switch around. Also, a big difference comparing this battle belt to the regular, pants belt is no drop leg. Drop leg versus belt mounted holster. Of course, you're minus the leg strap, because with this leg strap, it does tend to pull down on the battle belt a lot more. It would pull down a lot more if I had it on a pants belt, and I hate when it pulls down on the belt, because when the belt pulls down, it applies pressure onto my hip, and over time, sprinting, running, jogging, standing, dancing, whatever, that pressure becomes a pain in the ass. So for drop legs, I like using the battle belt because it's more support. It spreads out that pressure point more evenly across your torso or your waist. Whereas using this thing is like nothing. You barely notice the weight since it's so flush to the body. I don't feel it bouncing around at all when I sprint. It's awesome. Anyways, those are my two primary belt setups that I'm using right now. I don't know when I'll go back to using the battle belt. Maybe at bigger games where I need more ammo or so, but right now I'm pretty much feeling the belt-mounted Kydex holsters. Also, another big difference. Open-top Kydex holster versus hooded retention holster. And for the blade techs, if you know anyone that's used them, or you got one yourself, you know that on the paddle, you push in towards the body and it's a spring-release hood, unlike the Safari Land where you have to apply downward, forward pressure to release the hood. Just a little snippet there. But anyways, thanks for watching. These videos are kind of running a little bit long. I'm already at like 12 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Alright. Thanks, guys.